Okay, and we're back. Yeah, those the CDs in here actually don't last quite as long as I thought they did. Like, not quite long enough for a break. It seems. I was thinking that might be a thing I do is just put on a different CD every time I go for like a snack break or something. But yeah, it looks like they don't really last long enough for that. I guess I could just like. Or yeah, that's right. I've never been able to find like either on YouTube or just MP3s or anything. I have not found like just versions of these songs to just like download and listen to anywhere. Which it just seems weird. Like they've got like all the video game music under the sun essentially on YouTube. Like I found the most obscure. Like I've gone looking for the most like obscure random video game music on YouTube, and it's there. It's all there. All of the video game music is there on YouTube, except not the CDs in this game. And you know what? Just for old time's sake, because I don't think we really need like the 1000 isn't really worth our time anymore. Pretty quickly, like this is about the point in the game where it's not really worth your time to kick the can behind the bakery anymore. So yeah, this will probably be the last time we bother with it. But yeah, now we're going to go off and check out the new ruins that opened up from our Class B license. Oh yeah, and here we got our new machine gun. It's not super powerful, and actually... Oh, I was actually wrong. I didn't think that you could move and shoot with this thing, but you actually can. Most special weapons don't let you run and gun. You have to stay in place to fire most of your special weapons. But, yeah, this one seems to be an exception. I think the homing missiles let you run and shoot as well. Oh, what's this? Oh, are they not going to let me go to the ruins? Are they going to be jackasses like this? So is he going to let us go? Oh, hey, he actually is. Yeah, we can just, like, fuck off and leave them to their fate, I guess. For the time being, at least. Hey, what the hell is this? Why is this kid loitering around my ship? I don't trust you, kid. He's got a suspicious-looking face. Look, he's got a scar already. Oh, that kid's bad news. How did I take... Or I guess I got... Yeah, that's right. I got hit by a couple cars, I guess. So, yeah, we'll need to recharge our energy. Might as well save, just in case something goes wrong in the ruins. Any time now. There we go. This is the last of the holiday eggnog, by the way. And the last chance to drink it, too. This stuff expires January the 2nd, so we're kind of, like, living on the edge right now. And I don't even know, like, I guess the phrase is actually best before. So actually, I guess this eggnog was actually best before January the 2nd, so I actually missed my opportunity for optimal eggnog. But that's fine. It's actually mostly rum. That's not entirely true. It's not mostly rum. It's like maybe like, I don't know, like 3/7 rum. So it's like not quite a half and half, but just about a half and half. That's actually one of my New Year's resolutions, is to stop drinking on stream so much, just because I don't think my commentary goes well when I'm drinking. I used to think that it did. Like, it always feels better when I'm drinking on stream, and I feel like it's going well. And then when I, like, go back and watch it afterwards, it's like, yeah, I really shouldn't drink on stream as much anymore. But this is, like I said, this is the last chance for eggnog right here, and I'm not going to drink eggnog without some portion of rum to go with it, so... So yeah, I guess I'm breaking one of my New Year's resolutions already. Day 2 of the new year, and everything's already gone to shit. My other New Year's resolution was to stop abandoning projects and like follow through on stuff that I say I'm gonna do. specifically with regards to like YouTube and streaming and all of that. And I've already kind of broken that too because I made the executive decision not to go ahead and do another Chrono Trigger ending today. Because yeah, we've been working on Chrono Trigger for like probably, or I guess I've only really been streaming for like about a month, so I guess it hasn't really been that long. But I've missed several opportunities to go back and get some New Game Plus endings in Chrono Trigger. I mean, I guess the main thing is that I kind of, like, I don't know if this will offend any of you guys, but I kind of like Mega Man Legends a little bit more than I like Chrono Trigger, so I'm a little bit more excited to play this game, and so this is usually the one that I'll choose when going in to do a stream. It's like, what's it going to be today? Is it going to be Chrono Trigger or Mega Man Legends? And yeah, like, clearly, like, at least 3 times out of 3, or I guess 2 times out of 3, I will choose Mega Man Legends. As much as I said that this is kind of my favorite part of the game, or I mean, you know, part of the gameplay, I should say, because my favorite part of the game is just like the charming story and characters and all of that. But my favorite part of the gameplay is probably exploring these dungeons. And actually, I think they I don't know, they somewhat a lot of stuff in Mega Man Legends 2 was like kind of not even 2 steps forward, 1 step. No, what is it? 1 step forward, 2 steps back, I think is the phrase. It's more like more like 7 steps forward, 4 steps back for oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. This seems safe, but I'm saying oh shit for a reason. Oh, excuse me. Oh, it actually looks like he doesn't come after you. Because, yeah, there's a dude in this room, but it looks like he only comes after you if you, yeah, if you go that way. Okay, so we actually didn't have to... And then that sucks if you go that way first, and then you come this way, and then you got the frickin' boxes in your way. And you basically can't get past them in time before this guy comes and wrecks your shit. But yeah, if you remember, this is basically like the first boss that we faced in the little practice tutorial dungeon. He's got 2 arms now, but that doesn't really make him any more difficult. Or I guess he chases you through those sort of long tunnels, and that's kind of cool. It's a cool little set piece. I really like the ruin... Yeah, I've said that already. I like the ruin exploration aspect of this game. It has a lot of unrealized potential, I think, that was sort of improved upon in Mega Man Legends 2, but also sort of set back a little bit. Like Mega Man Legends 2, you don't have the whole thing where all of the ruins are interconnected in the end. Because yeah, Mega Man Legends 2, you're going to a bunch of different islands, as opposed to just sticking around the one island, so wouldn't really make sense for like 2 ruins on 2 opposite sides of the world to be connected somehow through the sea. But, what was I saying? But on the other hand, the dungeon designs actually improved a lot in Mega Man Legends 2. Like, there's less of what you see here, like the long, narrow tunnels. Like, it's a lot less... Or I guess it's still mostly, like you know, sharp angles and very box-like. Very square and rectangular. That's basically all it is, yeah, everything here. Squares and rectangles, and I guess the occasional, what is this? I guess a trapezoid, sort of, to connect them together. But yeah, not a lot of, like, very unique room designs or anything like that, or even just unique designs in general. The walls are all kind of the same uniform. Like, you've got the same sort of uniform look throughout all the ruins, whereas Mega Man Legends 2, since you're, you know, on a whole bunch of different locations in different islands, there's like a lot more variety in the look and design of the different dungeons, a lot more enemy variety as well. Like, there's a lot of things that are better about a lot of things in Mega Man Legends 2. Circle strafing is like less of an overpowering tactic in that game. The enemy design is like a lot more well suited to dealing with this kind of bullshit that we're doing right here. Because yeah, this is basically how you get past like 90% of the enemy encounters in this game. Worked against the big big two-armed hammer guy that we just fought, and it'll work against big groups of enemies like these too. Oh shit, I actually didn't want to blow them up all at once. I'm gonna have to rush to get all these refractor shards. Actually, we still have the range thing equipped. We actually don't need range at all anymore in these tight corridors. Yeah, we're gonna go double attack and attack energy. One small touch that I actually really like is the way that the color of your the color and size of your buster shots actually change as you improve your stats in different areas. Yeah, I think there is a different color for your shots for every level of attack power, and the size of them, I think, increases as your... Or do I have that backwards? I can't remember. Its attack and energy increase the size of the shots and or the color. One does one does the other, and I don't remember which is which. I guess we could experiment with that now. So what if we take off the power razor and go for rapid? Okay, so yeah, it looks like attack does change the color. And yeah, I think it's a different color for like every level. So we had like the yellowish, we had the greenish. Or I guess it's still kind of pinkish. Maybe it's every 2 levels of attack, actually. Oh yeah, you can actually sell off your old weapons too in this game, so actually we might as well sell, once we're done here, we can sell off the old power razor that's just strictly inferior. So yeah, normal items here. This is like all of your junk. Actually, the motor and the cleaner, I think, are 2 parts of the vacuum arm, which used to be my favorite special weapon back in the day. It's not actually a weapon, it just sucks up refractor shards so you don't have to go running around picking them up. Which I thought was like essential back in the day, because I was like really like not at all accustomed to like 3D controls and just 3D action games in general. So it was like really difficult for me to like pick up all the gems that the enemies drop in time. I actually almost never, like, I'd almost always, like, miss just a few, and that used to drive me crazy. So I'd just always have the vacuum arm equipped. Oh yeah, that's right, we gotta be on the lookout for these holes, too. Yeah, a lot of stuff packed away in all these nooks and crannies. Which is kind of part of what I like. It's like, you never know what you're gonna find. That's actually another thing that I think this game does better than Mega Man Legends 2, is that there's more sort of different types of things and more interesting things to find in the ruins in this game. Whereas in Mega Man Legends 2, it's basically like each ruin has a big, basically just money and the odd new weapon, and that's about it. Actually, and I guess the occasional a part, like development part as well. But yeah, that old shield, or actually I don't remember, I think the old shield is either part of the shield weapon that the role can develop, or I think it might actually just be something for the museum side quest that you get later on in the game. And we're back where we started. Oh, shit! I actually forgot that was there. That almost caught me, and it actually kind of did, since I... Oh, just like right there. That's gonna haunt me for the rest of my days, the fact that I missed that green refractor shard. Okay, that one we're just gonna miss entirely, because it's off the edge of the planet. Actually, Buster Unit, I think, is a Buster part. What's a Buster Unit? Attack and range. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, that'll basically replace our range +2. That's kind of like the back and forth of this game. It's like you get some battles and scenarios where range is king. In fact, a lot of the missions involve like long-range battles against like flying enemies or... Oh, and actually now here we're like way back. And yeah, some bosses you fight at a long range as well. Okay, so yeah, and actually, and you can see here, we're connected back to that original gate that we went down. So yeah, this is like the very first ruin that we mapped out when we went to rescue the junk shop owner. I'm just gonna head back real quick here, just to... But yeah, I think that's everything. Whatever, we'll be coming back through these ruins like every now and again, because eventually we'll get like new items. Oh hey, it actually respawned this guy. It's not a terribly efficient means of farming Zenny, but you know, we'll take what we can get. Actually, let's science this shit. How much is each one worth? So we got 2, 20, 60. 2, 2, 0. So that's 40 for the little purple ones. 2, 2, 22, 110. Okay, so it's 40 for the little purple ones, and it looks like 100 for the green ones. So yeah, these things are actually like reasonably valuable. Like if you compare, like, you know, pick up the time it takes to farm 10 green refractors compared to the time it takes to kick the can into the bakery. Like, I think I don't know if we're quite there, but I think we're just about at the point in the game where farming Zenny from robots is quicker than farming it from behind the bakery. Anyway, so we got a good bit of dosh to spend here right now, so we're gonna go back to the junk store and just do a little bit of powering up before the next big Bond battle, which is another one that a lot of people have trouble with their first time through the game. I think we are going to get that little bit of life gouge. Oh yeah, there is another one for 10,000. I really don't think that... I usually don't get this until like way later in the game, when I have more money than I know what to do with. Oh yeah, we did want the flak jacket though. Oh hey, they actually do let you get... I thought you didn't unlock the Kevlar until way later in the game, but... Anyways, we won't be able to afford it until way later in the game anyways, so... And yeah, that stuff... Or actually, right, we can do what I said, though, and sell off some of these obsolete parts. Like, yeah, we'll never need attack +1 ever again. Oh, actually, that's probably the only one that's completely obsolete right now. Okay, stream stats and everything are going good still. Yeah, I think we're just going to dump the rest of our money into machine gun development right now. Oh yeah, that's right. We have to... Okay, so yeah, I can show you guys how this works now. So these are our... No. Yeah, these are kind of our... Either... Oh, that's right, you have to equip this stupid thing. I keep forgetting this, too. You'd think there's almost no reason to not have your equipable items equipped all the time. Or I guess if you want to do like a challenge run, you can unequip your armor or something. Although in that case, why buy it in the first place? But yes, some of these items are usable, and some of them, yeah, it'll tell you can't be used, activates automatically. But yeah, your equipable items you can use to equip and unequip. The energy canteen is usable, and the walkie-talkie will call the support car. Actually, did we get anything that we can develop with in that run? I wasn't really paying attention. Yeah, it looks like we didn't get anything. Okay, so we can't afford that. We can barely not afford that, although I don't think we really want it. Looks like we can get special and range. And we can actually get both, so I think I'm going to do that. Oh wow, range is maxed out already. Like, increasing the spread sounds like a bad thing. Actually, like, you'd think like, oh, it increases spread sounds like decreases accuracy, but I think what it actually does, it just sprays out more bullets. So it's like, whereas rapid increases the firing rate, special makes it like sort of shoot out multiple at the same time, I think. Or maybe it does just increase the spread, I'm not sure exactly. It feels like it shoots a little bit faster. At least once you get the special stat up. Okay, we're gonna get data to save for us. Actually, I wonder if they let you start repairing the city yet at this point. I think we have to go. I think we're headed that way anyways. I don't know about that. I feel like I didn't deserve that. Oh, actually, that's actually useful information. That'll be useful in a subquest later on when we need to use his tools. The bank is closed, you say? Yep, it looks pretty closed to me. Although, frankly, it looks like you could just, like, get right in there and take all the money you wanted right now. They probably evacuated the money before the pirate attack, let's be real. Oh shit, we actually lost a house here. Totally didn't even notice. That wasn't your house, was it? I guess I don't really give a shit either way. Gung-ho is like a really... what's the word? Can't think of the word now. Sounds like a euphemism for, like, he sends us into our deaths against overwhelming odds a lot of the time, I think is what he means there by gung-ho. I'm not at all convinced that the police force on this island can help anyone with anything, to be honest. Yeah, later in the game we're gonna have to help them out with like normal police work stuff too. Oh, why not? It's not like, what, are you hiding valuable weapons in there? You should probably take those out and use them. Oh, wow. It's a fancy garbage pail. Hey, that is a trash box, I'll have you know. It's no ordinary garbage pail, it's a trash box. Which are both really strange ways, I think, of... Maybe it's a regional thing. Like, do any of you guys out there refer to garbage cans as trash boxes or garbage pails? I don't think I've ever heard those two phrases before outside of this game.
That blue guy again. They'll show him, just like we showed that officer. He ain't gonna lose this time.
I think you're gonna lose this time. Yeah, so machine gun's working out pretty good for us right now. These tanks actually don't drop a ton of money, but we're a bit low on money right now, so we're gonna grab up all what we can get. Oh shit. Didn't even see you there. Okay, let's see how much faster it is than... Oh, actually, it looks like the machine gun's like about as strong as our Buster, to be honest. I don't think we're getting any benefit from this machine gun just yet. What the hell is she doing here? That respawned the tanks. That respawned the tanks. This one was probably going to fuck with my shit anyways, so we kind of... Oh, it actually looks like they dropped kind of a random amount of money. Because, yeah, the other one dropped, like, mostly greens and, or, sorry, mostly purples rather than greens. Oh, maybe I'm just talking shit and I don't know what's what. Because, yeah, this is the exact same amount the other one dropped. Oh, shit. I think we can actually get up there. Later on, you'll get a high jump to be able to easily get up there. But for now, yeah, we can go up the top of the hill. And miss. And there we go. Son of a bitch. There we go. Oh, I actually want that health bit there. Okay. I got to admit, yeah, as much as I'm kind of experienced with them, the controls in this game can be still a little bit cumbersome at times. The dodge roll, I think, is the biggest thing that's like you need it for a couple fights in the game, but it's kind of an underutilized mechanic in this game at least. It's a lot more useful in Mega Man Legends 2, but I think it's kind of a good thing that they didn't require you to use it too much, because the timing, like you gotta hit the buttons together, like pretty much at close to the exact same time. I guess I'm getting it right pretty consistently right now, but I don't know. As a kid, I could never get this thing to come out consistently. Hey, safety helmet. I think we can use the safety helmet to make a helmet. So yeah, I guess I'll show off the helmet in a bit, but I'm actually not a big fan of the helmet in this game. I'm rather partial to Mega Man's kind of anime hair that he's got here, so I actually prefer not wearing the helmet. And actually, I think in Mega Man Legends 2, the helmet is even sillier looking. Yeah, he's got the same stuff that they had before. Oh, and apparently they rebuilt all of the turrets and tanks while we were in there. Okay, that guy was a little bit slow on the draw there. Okay, let's... So is it actually any faster to use the machine gun? Well, not if you get hit, it isn't. I think it is actually a little bit faster. I think we actually do get a little bit of extra damage using the machine gun. Oh, there's actually a funny detour you can take in this next section here. Or at least I find it funny, because it's like, we're not quite in mission mode just yet, I guess. Like we didn't get the whole mission start thing. But this is, like, you know, kind of like one of those action set pieces. Like, you got the, you know, the pumping music, and there's adrenaline pumping music, and there's, you know, tanks all over the place. I don't know. Just gives you the sense that this isn't, that we're in, like, kind of in the middle of an action set piece. But you can actually just totally take a break from it if you want. Which I do believe we're going to do right now. Oh, hey, we actually got a flower over there. I wasn't sure if that showed up just yet. Because actually, yeah, just like the garbage pails in town, there are certain items in different areas that won't show up until later in the game. Am I right about that? Actually, we can find out if I'm right about that, because there should be a stag beetle around here somewhere that we'll need for an NPC quest later on. And I'm not seeing it anywhere, because I don't think it appears just yet. Yeah, we'll have to come back for the stag beetle later on in the game, but it will be here eventually. Yeah, so we can just take a detour in the ruins after all of that, yeah, a big battle with the Bond tank armada. And actually, no, we're just going to fuck off and do some ruin exploring for a little bit. Oh yeah, you see these purple walls. I think if you actually, yeah, if you had something to break through it, It's actually not much of a detour. I think this is just like a very small little area with a couple of items. And some Zenny, apparently. There's actually a few, like, areas in the game that do that, where it's just you can go through, like, just a little detour into the sort of main... Like the main... Well, I don't know what to call it. Like the main ruin complex beneath the island. Where you just get to go and do a quick little detour for like a couple new items in the middle of doing some other action set piece or like main plot dungeon or something like that. Oh. Very nearly got hit by that. You can see how they kind of repurpose some of the robots here too. Like we've seen these guys before and they've never actually done anything, and now they're actually, you know, flame spitting turret guys. Actually, it's the same with the like the walking robots too, whereas the early ones wouldn't do anything until you shot them, and then very shortly after that you get the aggressive ones that'll attack you on sight. So it's like the robots kind of power up a little bit over the course of the game, but not very much. Like, I don't think we ever see, like, a more difficult version of either of those two robots I was talking about. Like, this is as good as it gets for the little flame turret robots, and I don't think the walkers end up getting any stronger either. I kind of dislike the multi-layered, floors here, just because it makes it harder to keep track of where you are, because the map becomes a bit less useful. Oh, is that where I came in? Actually, another great feature that that Mega Man Legends 2 added is it put a red arrow on the map from the door that you entered from, which made it a lot easier to keep track of where you're going and where you've been. I'm trying to think now. Did I think that the Zelda games ended up introducing that at some point too. I can't remember if it was Ocarina or if it was one of the later games, but I'm pretty sure I remember like one of the three, at least one of the 3D Zeldas having like a little arrow to indicate the door that you entered from. Yeah, we're gonna need a high jump to get through here. So yeah, that's as much as we can do. Yep, so that's that. We got like what, a broken cannon or something like that, an old cannon. Oh, this is not the place we wanted to be. Okay, enough stalling. Let's go fight Teasel. Oh, this is actually... Totally missed this the first time around. Holy crap. It was like right there. There was... Oh, shit. It was like right there. How could I possibly miss that? God, and that makes me worry about like what else I might have missed on these little dungeon runs. I'm pretty inattentive in general, like just in life in general, but in video games in particular. Where I will just fail to notice things that are just right there on screen a lot of the time. Dark Souls, I'd often get lost just because there'd be like a little corridor off to the side that like you'd have like a long hallway with like a T intersection, and I just wouldn't notice like one of the pathways you can take. So I'd be like, oh, there's nowhere to go. Like I remember it was the Tower of Latria in Demon's Souls. I got completely lost, and it's like I scoured like the whole, like all the parts of the dungeon I had been to. I went over them like over and over, like 3 times. I explored the whole place, and I could not figure out what to do to move forward. And then it turned out there was just this kind of like little dark, kind of poorly lit passageway at a T intersection that I'd never even noticed. And then that was the way forward. And then that was just the rest of the dungeon behind there. And that happens to me a lot, especially in like 3D like dungeon exploration games. The music that plays here, actually, it's I think this is the only place in the game that you hear this music, and you hear it for like a very, very brief interlude. Like I don't even need to be fighting these tanks right now. If I wanted to, I could just basically run past this guy and trigger the next fight, and that's the end of this music. Like yeah, if you just run past the tanks, you hear that track for like 3 or 4 seconds, and that's all you hear of it out of the whole game. The little Japanese exit sign above the door there is a nice touch.
Maybe we will need that key after all.
Master Teasel, we were beaten. That blue boy is heading this way.
He's coming. All right, everyone, quit digging. Our priority now is to get rid of our little blue friend, all right? Be careful and don't be fooled by his size. He's already beaten Bon and Tron. Let's do it.
Roger.
Okay, so now we gotta fight this thing. And yeah, I guess this is kind of our end of the sort of introduction of the Bon Pirates. You basically just fight them one after another. First Tron, and then the City Hall thing, and then Bon, and then the tank thing, and then Teasel. So they each have their own little kind of set-piece mission to introduce them to the game. Okay, this right here. Yeah, I don't think there's a good way to avoid that other than rolling out of the way at the last second. I was never able to do that consistently. Oh yeah, this is... First phase of this fight is kind of annoying. You can't... It looks like you can't actually even lock onto this guy. Okay, you can actually kind of see the shadows above there. Whoa! Okay, I thought they were going to keep going a little bit more. Okay, and yeah, you need to take out the treads. Technically you don't need to, but it makes it a lot easier. Because yeah, what you actually need to do is you need to, whoa! Oh, hey, we actually kind of made it there. Got hit by something else, but we avoided the big energy ball. Okay, these tanks are a pain in the ass. Okay, so when you open... This is actually, yeah, kind of a small window of opportunity to hit this thing. You basically got to hit the door when it opens. Yeah, those energy balls are really weird. Some of them are just kind of dumbfired to your last position, and some of them will home in on you. And it's like... And you won't really know which it is until it's too late. Wait, what?
What do you think you're doing?
Okay, I think we need a bit of range. Like, yeah, I don't think that one was even going to hit me to begin with. Dang it. Okay, looks like you either got to aim or lock on or something, because I could hear it, like, pinging against the door there, but it looks like my aim was a bit off. Okay, there we go. There we go, and you could just take them out all at once. Actually, machine gun would probably be a smart idea here, too. Got that range upgrade. Nope. So yeah, it's kind of a little bit of a tricky fight if you don't know what you're doing, just because, like, you got the limited window of opportunity to actually hit him. Ah, shit. Okay, I need to be, like, already firing when he puts those out, so I can just get them all at once. Yeah, like, that wasn't even gonna hit me. Okay, maybe he does this if I'm standing too close, or maybe he's just on a cycle where it's... Oh wow, this thing just wrecks him. Okay, let's see if I can get this last... Oh, actually, I can't even get to this last tank.
cost to build that in the first place. I'm gonna get him. If it's the last thing I ever do, I'm gonna get him.
Master Teasel, are you alright? Master Teasel?
Oh, I didn't even notice. Look at the little teardrop, little sad face on the surfboard over there. That's amazing. I've never noticed that before. I can't even think of when else you see that, like that little facial expression for the surfbots.
You're mine, Blue Boy. I'll get you.
Time to go home.
Actually, I didn't. Yeah, this always strikes me as a bit weird too, because it's like, you know, Mega Man traditionally, he's got the one regular arm and the one Buster arm, but the Buster arm kind of is like a regular arm that transforms into a Buster kind of whenever he needs it. In this game, like, he's depending on your special weapon, he maybe just has 2 guns for arms, like all of the time, or I guess not all of the time. In town, he doesn't have his Buster out, but I don't know. It just looks kind of weird to me. It's like in Final Fantasy VII. What if Barrett had cut off his other hand and then got 2 guns for arms? It's like, yeah, twice the firepower. I'm a genius. So much potential for like sequels. Because yeah, there's like I've been saying, this game had like so many neat ideas, so much unrealized potential. I think. And like, imagine if you could like have like, you know, your double gun arms and just fire them off like both at once, like go in like both guns blazing. And of course, like the I don't know, the controls weren't quite there to allow that level of because this was before the DualShock, or like the twin analog sticks became kind of the standard for 3D action games. So like, this game was made with the original PlayStation like D-pad only controller in mind. So you can't really have that like left stick move, right stick aim type thing, and then shoulder buttons to shoot, which would be the obvious way to do a both guns blazing type thing. I think I'm gonna go.
Thought I just heard you say you're not going? Mega Man, you'll go see the mayor, right? Roger.
It doesn't even give you the option to say no again and repeat it all. Yeah, they didn't I don't know why they didn't translate those signs there.
We won't fail next time. We'll ambush, concentrate our firepower on him. We won't cut him any slack just because we outnumbered him. That kid's going down.
Just wait till you see, Teasel. I've got a new robot I've been wanting to build that'll do the trick. That'll teach him.
You can see they've all got their own little mugs, their own little personalized mugs to drink out of too.
That treasure.
That was very quiet and difficult to hear. I heard, oh no, something something, and this coffee sure tastes good. Although it looked like green tea to me.
You showed those pirates who's boss.
Oh, can I thank you? You've done so much for us. Hope this will
How about asking me for money to repair the city, because I think that's what you're about to do.
Their hands on the treasure. Legends say
like, I mean, probably just fuck off and leave. Like, they're pirates. They would have no reason to stick around once they got what they're looking for.
Even if
it's not like the treasure is yours anyways. Like, you're not going to spend it. You don't know that it even exists. Just give them a fucking Class A license and be done with it. Like, what the hell?
It has me concerned. Maybe there's some...
You know, they're not even that bad of guys, really, as you sort of learn throughout Misadventures of Tron Bonne. Or, actually, no, Misadventures of Tron Bonne is a bad argument for the goodness of the Bonds. They do some... they do go out wrecking shit in that game. How about no?
What? Can you call yourself a digger? How can you turn down an offer like that?
Nope, not doing it.
And you call yourself a...
Okay.
You will? Oh, thank you so much. Here, you'll need this. Only the best diggers are able to get a Class A license. The best of the best. With that license, you'll be able to
Who on this island has a Class A license? Has she ever given one of these out before?
Trying to break into. I give you my permission to dig in the island's subgates.
Way ahead of
If
you.
find anything that can tell us about the treasure.
Alright, no, that's right. There's hierarchies, because there's the subgates are the particular, like the main dungeons,
I
basically.
hate to mention this, but if while you're digging you find anything of value, it would mean a lot to us if you could donate it to help with the restoration of the city.
Yep, here it comes.
Thank you again. Be careful.
So yeah, this is the point where you can start giving her money. I actually don't want to, but I'm just curious to see what... Okay, so we need to repair the bank. Yeah, that's the residential houses is the couple that got blown up by Tron in the Feldenaut fight, and then condominiums is just the one that got blown up in the downtown City Hall fight. So we actually got off pretty easy. Like you can end up wasting a lot of money if you let, because yeah, if you end up having to repair City Hall and the police station, and the cost of the condominiums and residential houses actually goes up the more buildings get destroyed. There's actually some benefit to actually letting all of the residential houses get destroyed, actually, which I'll mention that again later when we get to the scenario where that's helpful. But I don't remember if there's even any benefit to like repairing everything either. Also, I wonder what the mayor... I can't remember... I'm sure I've done it before, but I can't... But yeah, I wonder what the mayor says if you, like, manage to get through the whole, like, Bon introductory missions without losing any buildings. How much money do I actually have to work with? So that was, like, what, 3,000? So we need, like, just, like, a little under, like, 7,000, I think. So we can actually just give it to her right now and get it over with. Because the thing is, even after you donate, it takes a while for them to reconstruct the buildings. So we might as well just let them, like, get started on that right away. Like, this won't be useful until way later in the game, but... And there's no benefit to doing it now, but we're here, so we might as well do it. And I can't remember if the mayor, like, does anything once you've finished all of these. I think you probably get, like, an item or something, but I don't quite remember. Cool. You're apologizing to me for not needing to take my money. Yeah. I think these people are all saying the same thing. Oh, maybe not. Oh yeah, I was trying to... I was thinking for a second, too, about, like, what is the point of that other scene you get with the Bonds, where they're just having their little meeting, and it's like, okay, let's go get the blue kid. And it's like, okay, as if they weren't going to do that anyways. As far as I can tell, the only point to that scene is to just confirm the fact that the Bonds aren't down for the count just yet. Like, they basically just had that little cutscene in there, I think, just to reaffirm the fact that they're still going to be, you know, a force to be reckoned with throughout the rest of the game. Not like that wouldn't have been immediately obvious, because they're going to start blowing... they're going to start attacking shit yet again once we get to the next place we're going to. Were you here before? Is there even a school in this town? I don't know that I've ever seen one. Don't think we need to talk to, like, you know what? Oh, screw it. I'll do it anyways. That's right. It's a belief-powered police force. You know, there's actually a serve bot. If you play Misadventures of Tron Bonne, there's actually a serve bot who I bet is responsible for that. Man, the more I play this game, like there's a, yeah, for a lot of reasons, like I kind of, mostly nostalgia. There are a few reasons why I kind of prefer this game over the sequel. And a lot of that just comes down to like the strongest points of the game, like just the charming voice acting and characters and the setting and all of that kind of comes across like a little bit less effectively, I think, in the sequel. Like the Bond pirates are like less of a force in the plot in Mega Man Legends 2, and also just the towns are like a bit less interesting. Like in this game, like you've got a limited number of like townspeople, like a limited number of models for the NPCs, and I don't know if it's supposed to be like if there's just a bunch of people in town, like if they're supposed to represent different people, or if you're just encountering the same person in different locations throughout the game. But anyways, like you do see like little subplots sort of go forward if you talk to the NPCs throughout the game. Like some of them have like their own little storylines that they just sort of talk about as they go through. Like there's the thing with the like some of them are actually related to subquests, and some of them are just like little kind of like side stories that you'll discover just from talking to NPCs. Like there's actually one cute one where there's if you go to the museum, there's a guy who's, or actually I think we can go to the museum right now and I can just show this to you. Because yeah, I think now that we've taken out Teasel, and yeah, the police, yeah, I think the police don't have the town under lockdown anymore, so we can actually go wherever we want. So yeah, we want to go to Uptown. Actually, I don't know if we want to go to Uptown now that I think about it. I think we maybe want to... Or actually, yeah, we do, just because we're doing like a thorough playthrough where I talk to all the NPCs at every opportunity. But normally, I would just go straight to the next dungeon, because I believe that's where we get the dash skates. Oh no, we're gonna have to do the TV station minigames too. Oh, I don't know if we'll even. I don't even know if we'll get to the next dungeon today. Actually, there's actually a fair bit of stuff to go through down here. Okay, so yeah, this is sort of one of the other sort of markers of your moral goodness, because I've mentioned a bit about the morality system in the game, where your armor gets lighter or darker, depending on whether you do good or bad things at different points in the game. And another thing that changes is the dialogue. When you listen in on these different houses in Uptown, they'll say different things about you, depending on how good you've been throughout the game. Yeah, so now it's like, be sure to say hello. He's not bad, but I've seen better. And that their sort of opinion of us will improve throughout the game if you continue to do good stuff. Whereas if you do bad stuff, then they'll start talking shit about you. Oh yeah. Actually, I think Resident Evil, because yeah, this was a very early PS1 game, or not very early, but like within the first couple years of the PS1. And I think Resident Evil was released at like around the same time. Also by Capcom, obviously. I think there's a couple different side quests we get in the hospital later on, but there's not really anything to do here right now, except be told that this is the hospital. What? None of... Which one of these is supposed to be me? Oh, there he is. Yeah, it is him, actually. There he was in, like, the little top corner there of the newscast. Right there. I don't know, maybe I'm just stupid, but I really do appreciate this, like, kind of... like, stupid, like, old-timey adventure game graphic styles they've got in, like, the paintings and the TV, like, TV monitors all over the city. It's just, I don't know, I just find it extremely endearing. Because there are games that actually look like this, like especially old adventure games. Like I remember back in elementary school, yeah, we had, I think it was grade 7, or actually 6 and 7. Yeah, we had a computer in the classroom, and then we had some games installed on there that we'd play during recess. And a lot of the games that we would play were like these old, like shitty adventure games. Like we'd play, or I think they're shitty these days. But yeah, we'd play like King's Quest, I think 4, and then it was I can't remember. It was the main character's name was Hugo, and it was, I don't know, it was like a murder mystery type game thing. It was the sequel. Damn it! The adventure games aren't really my genre, so I'm not really super familiar with all the big titles. But there was one. It was like the sequel to another game. Or actually, no, it wasn't Hugo. Hugo went like missing or something, and you played as his wife. And then Hugo was the protagonist of the first game. It was like first game was some like haunted mansion type thing. I don't know, I'll have to look it up, but anyways, we played a couple adventure games, and it took us forever to get through them, and anyways, they were adventure games that like kind of looked like the TV stations look in this game. It's like a real graphics style that, although I wonder to what extent that graphic style like existed in Japanese games. Like, were there Japanese PC games back in the day that sort of looked like that too, or is it just kind of a coincidence that they ended up kind of, you know, emulating that style? I think it looks pretty shitty.
Something's missing. Do you think I should ask?
Oh, this creeped me out back in the day. It's so for one thing, for some reason this is one of the only NPCs in the game who's voiced. I have no idea why that is, but
Did you just say what I think you said? Could you repeat that? That's what I thought. Never mind then.
anyways, it's not all of the voice lines, but at certain. Basically, I had a French teacher back in high school who basically sounded like this character. She had, like, not quite exactly the same voice, but, like, certain lines, like, something's missing right there, sounds exactly like my 10th grade French teacher back in high school.
Really? You think so? I'm fresh out of red.
And then, yeah, I'm fresh out of red. It's like, it's certain lines. It's like sometimes, like, the voice acting is a bit uneven here, but, like, certain lines that this character says sound exactly like my, one of my high school French teachers. Like, it's obviously not the same person. I know, because I looked it up in the end. But it just, like, really creeped me out back in the day. And I didn't notice, because I had played this game already by the time I was in 10th grade. But I didn't realize until, like, I think I had done I had replayed this game, like, that year. And I realized, holy shit, that's Madame whatever her name is. And I'm not saying that to just, you know, just for the sake of not doxing people or whatever, but I actually forget what her name was. Anyways, that's just a random aside, I suppose. Yeah, I don't think there's anything to be done in the boathouse here just yet. Oh yeah, I didn't point this guy out earlier, but yeah, this is, and yeah, if you didn't notice the sign outside, this is Wily's boat shop, and that is Wily right there. And he does kind of look like Dr. Wily. Like, he's got the hair and the mustache. Like, that's probably what Dr. Wily would look like if he were drawn up in the Mega Man Legends style. Oh, so this is a bit of a dirty thing right here. So he says that, but you can still go through after he goes through that bit of dialogue. So and you actually do need to get in here eventually. But it's like later, and I've seen people get stuck here before. I probably did too back in the day. But it's like eventually you need to come out here, and you'll have to repair the boat with a refractor that you get later in the game. But when you come in here, he's like, oh, that boat's broken. We can't do anything with it just yet. And then that's just it. He does that bit of dialogue, and it's like, okay, there's nothing behind there. But after he says that, then you can, you know, interact with the door again to go through here. So the game kind of it's really misleading the way he says that, and makes it sound like you can't go through and there's nothing to do there yet. But yeah, you just need to read through that bit of dialogue and then interact with the door again. And I think the last, I can't remember who it was, but last time I watched someone like blind stream this game, they got like hopelessly stuck at that point in the game where they need to bring the red refractor to the boat. Anyways, I think that's everything to do here. Oh yeah, that's right. And so yeah, the museum. Yeah, museum's closed. And so the art lady up there on the hill is actually the curator of the museum. So we actually can't get in the museum until we help her with her painting there, which apparently needs some talent and or red. Oh yeah, speaking of talent, we are going to be a TV star right away. We haven't done any games yet, so... Yep, that's me. This is a stupid game. But actually, yeah, Misadventures of Tron has does mini games in this same way too, and I really dislike the way that they handle the mini games here. This is a really simple little game. So yeah, basically all you can do here is you can shuffle back and forth and you can kick the ball. Whoops. Oh wait, that's right, we're hitting the dog, not the dude. That's right, I completely fucked that up. Oops. That's right, you gotta hold circle to kind of walk and sidle along there. But yeah, basically this is... You have to play this minigame a bunch of times to get all the rewards, because basically... Oh, I actually fucked it up. I love that little fanfare, though, when you fail. I actually want to use that... I don't know, if I ever needed like a wah 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 like tune or sound effect for like a YouTube video, that would be the one I'd use. But yeah, basically the way this works is you'll have to replay this game like multiple times to get all the rewards, and the required score just keeps on going up each time. So you have to play this game like 4 times to get everything, but it's the same game every time. Like, it doesn't get any more difficult or anything. You just keep kicking this ball at this dog, and that's all there is to it. But you can kick him with it a little bit more frequently just by sidling along here. So that's like the whole strategy to the game. So yeah, 16 hits. Then next, so we needed 10 hits that time. Now we need 12. And yeah, you can hit him a bit more frequently if you move from side to side. Because yeah, one way to do this game is to just leave it in the center and just hit him every time that he goes past. But eventually that'll stop working. Like, you can get through the first few levels of the game, but eventually you'll need to like really optimize your shots and be moving back and forth to hit him as often as possible. Okay, B level. I think there's an S level too, so I think we're like 3 away from doing it. Could be wrong though. I hope it's just like continues at the rate it's been going and stops at A, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to do 18 hits. Actually, I'm going to make sure this one hits. Don't think we're going to make it. Got him. So yeah, 16 hits is kind of the upper limits of my capability. So if we need to do another one past this, that's 18. I don't think I'll be able to do it. And the thing with this game is it's just like a stupid little boring mini game, and there's like nothing. There's no way to kind of improve at it other than just sort of optimizing your ball kicking strats a little bit. Like, yeah, you can just barely get that last hit in before the timer goes. Fuck. Oh, and because I missed it, I freaking... Yeah. So 16 is, like, basically a perfect score. Or maybe I can get him in the center. Okay. Oh, this is going to be way easier then. Because, yeah, we can just go nuts. Just go ham on this stupid dog here. Okay. Oh, yeah, this is easy. Oh, this is super easy. He says as he, like, fucks up 3 shots in a row. Of course, what that means is that we can reasonably be expected to do an 18 on, like, an S rank. I think Zet Saber is the last reward, though. Yeah, rank A, so... Although, I don't think there's a way to exit this, so I guess we'll just have to do it again. I think we just get money for subsequent rewards. I really dislike this music, too. I just dislike everything about this minigame. It is just stupid. On the plus side, we are racking up that high score, though. I think this might be a world record. I don't know. Is there a competitive, like, dog-kicking community out there on the internet? Do people do, like, speed runs or high score runs of how many times they can kick the dog into the dog? If there's one thing that redeems this minigame, though, it's the fact that you can kick the little dog into the dog, and that's kind of amusing. I did that out of habit, actually. Oh, wow, someone got up to 25. Congratulations, Gak. You can keep that record right there. Now, this other one, though, is actually not purely skill-based, because this minigame I like a little bit better. Just because it's not... like, you can finish it early if you go fast enough, because all you gotta do is pop all the balloons. And so this actually uses, like, the actual mechanics of the game. So it's, like, actually, like a challenge that's based on actually playing the game, which I kind of like the idea of. The thing is, though, is, like, you gotta shoot all these balloons. Oops, no, I did want to try again. And so it makes it easier if you've got buster upgrades. So, like, if you increase your range and your... In fact, we can actually do that right now, so maybe it's a good thing that my controller stopped working. Okay, there we go. Because, yeah, attack strength doesn't do anything for you on this challenge, so actually, we might as well go energy, and can we get, like, range and energy? Okay, yeah, so that'll be... Because, yeah, basically range and energy, and I guess to a lesser extent rapid, is the only thing that really matters for this one. Although I will have to remember to swap out my weapons afterwards. So yeah, you want to pop all the red balloons. And the blue ones will subtract from your time. So you gotta get them all within the time limit. There's no lock-on either. Fuck. Okay, not even close to losing. But yeah, this game becomes way easier later on when you can get up to, like, infinite range and rapid and energy. Like, you just fire a constant stream of shots that reach across the whole room, and it's just trivial. Like, I would be done by now with, like, a fully upgraded buster. Don't even remember what the reward was for this one. Oh, shit. 12 seconds. I don't think we've gotten anywhere close to 12 seconds just yet. Shit. Shit! So close! We were like an inch to the left. I think we got it, though. This is totally doable with our current buster. There is an element of luck in here, too, because the bouncing... Like, I think their paths and the bounces they take are deterministic, but their starting positions are somewhat randomized, so you can... Yeah, like, we got really unlucky there. We got a really bad starting position. Basically, if you end up with a, yeah, freaking blue thing in your face, then you're just kind of shit out of luck. Oh, yeah, and also if you just suck at aiming and shooting, you're also shit out of luck. Shit. I think that's basically a loss. There's no way we're gonna... Shit! We were so close the first time, and now, like, nowhere near that. The other important thing is to mash through the opening bit of text as fast as possible, because, yeah, you want to start shooting... Oh, wow! I thought there was another one out there somewhere. Oh, Mystic Orb. I think that's, like, the part for, like, the final, like, uber weapon that you can get in the game. Okay, so yeah, we won't be able to do the racing game until we get the jet sneakers. Roller sneakers? I've been calling them something different every time. Okay, so we got a few new parts that we can't really do anything with just yet. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go to Old Town right now, too, just to show it off. Also, I think you have to visit the different areas in order to take the support car there. So this is actually, like, kind of helpful just for... like unlocking new fast travel points that'll be useful for us later on. So yeah, this place here is just like a wasteland. I don't even know why. Like, what do they do here? I guess people like have jobs and like go to work here. But yeah, apparently all that's here are dogs, and the dogs are a fucking pain in the ass. Yep, that happens. The dogs will just attack you endlessly, and you don't, and because it's considered a town area, you don't get your Buster gun, so you have to kick them, and the range on your kick is very, very short, so it's actually not that easy to deal with the dogs here. I've gotten a good number of deaths to dogs in my time playing this game. Certainly my first time through the game. First time through the game I was like stubborn, and I wanted to kick every dog. And it's not easy to kick those dogs, so I ended up just getting killed over and over again. And frankly, even nowadays, if anything is going to kill me in a run through this game... There we go. Fuck off. And you... Okay, whatever. We got him. That's all that matters. Oh, I hear another one. Who's doing it? Where'd that come from? It's like a freaking horror game. It's like, oh my god, what's that noise? Where did they come from? Oh, there he is, out of fucking nowhere. Okay, you can actually do it a little bit earlier than you'd think. Maybe I could just hold the kick button and that would maybe do it. Whatever, I'm totally content to just keep doing it in this way. But yeah, there's like nothing to do out here other than kick dogs and get crashed into by dogs. Though the other thing that the only other useful thing in this area is that it's the passageway to the main gate, which is kind of the final dungeon of the game. Wait, does that happen even if you're talking to an NPC? It does too. That's kind of bullshit, but whatever. And then, yeah, we got... And then here, there's, yeah, just nothing but cats, I guess, living in exile. On the fringes of Old Town. It's called the main gate. Nobody knows what it is, but it's called the main gate. No relation whatsoever to the sub-gates, or are they all... I completely forgot about this. Sure, I'll take it home. Nah. But yeah, there's actually no way in here just yet. Well, basically, it's like kind of very Zelda-esque. You've got to do get 3 MacGuffins from 3 like mini dungeons or sub dungeons, or I guess main dungeons really. Yeah, you've got 3 main story dungeons. Get the MacGuffins from those, and then that'll unlock the main gate. And actually, Roll can actually get in here, so yeah, this was... And so yeah, just having this fast travel point is actually helpful for us. Actually, one thing I want to do, actually, is I want to check out and see if there's any new stuff at the junk store. Oh yeah, we got some new items now, too, so... or some new junk items for development, so we can actually maybe see if we can get anything new there, either. Oh, hey, we actually got something. Oh, Cannon Kit was all we needed. We get the Powered Buster. This is basically like a bazooka, I think. Oh, and we get this. We turned the helmet into a helmet. Science! So yeah, we go to special weapons. I think I will actually equip the Powered Buster just to show it off. Although I believe it is quite expensive to upgrade. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, and it's only got like 3 stats to upgrade too. Oof. Yeah, it's got a shitty energy level too. That's cheap, so we can just do that. I know I should save my money, but I'm really bad at saving money, so we're just gonna splurge. Okay, we've maxed out. Sure, what the hell? We'll Powered Buster our way through the game. Oh god, there's another... I don't think there's anything in the game that you need that much range for. Like, seriously. Like, I think there's exactly one scenario in the whole game where like, that level of range is even, like, potentially useful. Like, you have, like, one opportunity in the whole game to shoot something from that far away. We're gonna head to... I think downtown is, yeah, I think this is the closest way to the Apple Market. Wait, what? Oh, they're just arguing about something. Just chit-chat. Just idle gossip. You know, he's actually right. Like, yeah, if the police had just listened to him and arrested Tron, I mean, frankly, then the Bonds would have just blown up the police station and rescued her. But, you know, they were right, is all I'm saying. I was trying to talk to the kid here, and I like to think that little bit about the garbage pail was actually about him. This is a garbage pail kid right here. And he has nothing inside him. I don't know why I'm even checking this now, since we don't have enough money to buy anything, even if we could. Yep, nothing. Oh yeah, that's right, there is actually one other useful thing we can do here, though. Completely forgot about this, because yeah, we were, the last place you would think for it, but yeah, apparently lipstick is basically the same thing as paint, right? Cool, we got lipstick, and now the lady can finish her painting. I mean, I'm not like a cosmetics art expert or an art expert for that matter. So for all I know, like, you know, acrylic paint and lipstick could basically be the exact same thing for all I know about either of those things. Since I'm so low on money, I'm tempted to go kicking the can again, but no, we'll get all the money we need out of this next little dungeon here. I'm actually getting a little bit tired of the NPCs right now. Maybe we don't talk to all of them for like every little thing for the rest of the game, but I'll finish up with this little roundabout just because. Oh, but then every once in a while you come up against like one of these guys. You'll find the hit Serpots actually kind of hidden throughout town in certain places throughout the game too, which sort of culminates in like their own little little side quests that you do later on. Okay, and so that's like kind of sort of like a clue for where we need to go next. Oh yeah, so now we got, yeah, a little gun and a big gun. Oh yeah, that's right, speaking of the little gun. Totally forgot to unequip my balloon popping loadout here. Yeah, so we want energy. Yeah, attack 2. And yeah, probably attack energy. And there's our big buster shot. And yeah, the range on that, yeah, that is far enough for absolutely anything that you need to do throughout the whole game. Oh, actually, what am I doing? We can... This is like a very minor shortcut, but I can save myself having to run all the way back to the Flutter by just calling the support car. Okay, so pirates are at the subgate. What the hell is this kid doing? Stop running. I want to talk to you. Did you do something bad? Is that a threat? Are you threatening my ship? Why is he running away from me? It really did look like he wasn't just like random running. It looked like he was running away from me. I'm totally suspicious of that kid now. Actually, there's an NPC in this area who shows up at some point who I'm really eager to talk to so I can bitch about Super Bunny Hop, but it looks like he hasn't showed up yet. Oh, and actually, yeah, so she was looking for mushrooms, and I believe we talked to her earlier, and she was also looking for mushrooms. I don't know, I just like that consistent bit of character where it's like you see different NPCs in different places at different points throughout the game, and they're kind of still sort of consistent in their personalities and whatnot between encounters with them. I don't know why that voice clip didn't play. Oh, this is amusing right here too. Nope, you certainly can't. Oh yeah, that's right. You do have yeah. So even after you choose not to retreat, you still have the option to retreat by just getting in the car. Not that we'll need to. This is not a terribly difficult little set piece here. Yeah, you can totally kill these guys outside of their range now. Oh, hey, this car actually sounds really helpful then. Bonk! I think that's everything she says. We'll leave that be for now. I just find that, yeah, really, really amusing. Actually, I guess it might be useful to be able to have a little bit of extra range, like here. Oh, never mind, that's still in range. Yeah. This thing's actually really good. I don't think I've ever actually sunk, like, this much money into this thing this early in the game. This actually seems, like, super powerful. Damn it. Oh, wow, and we got it in, like, one shot right there. Roll back up. I'm collecting money.
Sorry, Mega
God
Man.
damn it, roll.
I'm not used to driving yet.
Boom! I don't know why it takes 2 shots, like some of the time, but some of the time it only takes 1 shot. Oh.
Huh? There's a fence? I'm gonna ram it, Mega Man. Stand back.
Okay. I'm standing back. She just does not give a shit.
Driving yet.
Although, I guess you have an opportunity for vengeance in Mega Man Legends 2. Because, yeah, in the first little dungeon you go through in MML2, Roll tags along with you, and you can shoot her if you want to. I think she even says, like, something along the lines of, like, oh, I got hit by, like, a ricochet or something like that afterwards. And she's, like, afraid that Mega Man is being too careless. It's like, I'm shooting her... She says this, like, even if you're, like... Because, you know, sometimes you'll shoot her by accident because she'll get in the way of some enemy or something. And then some of the time you just shoot her in the face because you feel like it. And either way, she says, like, oh, I got hit by a ricochet. It's like, it's not a ricochet. I am pointing my gun at you point blank and shooting you in your face. So now we got the big, like, walking through the door cutscene. That's how you know this is an important ruin. Also, it's got music, which is, yeah, also distinguishes it from the little mini gates that we've been doing so far.
Mega Man? Picking up high energy readings from close by. It looks like it's a refractor. A big one,
I think
too.
Roll's entire job in this game is to just describe things that you can already see.
The refractor shielded? Most high-level refractors are protected in some kind of shield. You'll have to look for the control console and deactivate the shield.
Like, maybe just put the refractor behind a door so that I can't... Just for the sake of, like, not having me looking at the refractor as she says, hey, there's a refractor. Like, just maybe give her that little bit of illusion of usefulness. Where it's like, instead of like, hey, that's a refractor that you can see right in front of you, maybe that's a refractor behind that door in front of you. And also maybe don't freeze Mega Man in place every time she wants to talk to you. Again, these are all kinds of things that, or that at least in particular, is something that modern games have like totally got cased at this point, where you can still just continue walking around when like your little support NPC is talking to you. These things are worth a lot of money. This is actually one of the better farming points for just for racking up money at the end of the game. Ooh, that's... The sound design in this game is, like, really good, I think. I like the, even apart from, like, the voice acting and stuff, just, like, I like... I think I've talked about this already, just the sort of, like, iconic and memorable sound effects that you hear throughout the game. And one of them that, like, just so totally, like, freaked me out as a kid is the footsteps of those, like, little... Yeah, those reaver bots there, the green ones that charge at you. And it didn't freak me out right here, like I wasn't that easily scared, but later on you encounter a variant of that enemy that actually is a little bit scary, or at least was for me as a kid. and then as a result, like once I got to that point in the game where we encountered that enemy.
I'm picking up a faint signal.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys could see it there because it was kind of hidden behind a refractor, but we got a starter key. It was just lying on the ground. But anyways, yeah, that sound effect of those guys just kind of stomping around just kind of like just triggers me a little bit even to this day. Yeah, as much as I was joking about like what this game being survival horror, it actually like kind of is sometimes, like kind of a little bit sometimes. And again, a lot of that just comes down to, and by survival horror I just mean like has kind of that sort of moody, isolated sort of atmosphere, especially when going through the dungeons. It sort of creates that tension when you, especially later on when you do get the dungeons with kind of those more dangerous and scary looking enemies. Oh yeah, I think this is actually where we need to be. Yeah, I totally forgot that this was yeah, the first place we need to go here. Whoa! This is actually a good setup we've got here, because we got like a super long-range special weapon that can hit like anything at any range. And then we've also got like our regular buster sort of geared out for like close-range combat, because we got like 0 range upgrades and it's all energy and attack. So it's like we can shoot them up close, we can shoot them from afar, and that's like basically everything you need in an action game where you shoot things up close and from afar. I guess that's not true. We also jump sometimes, so it would be nice if we could improve our jump somehow. But I think that is going to be coming up right away anyways. Yeah, thinking on it now, this isn't the dungeon where we get the rollerblades. This is the dungeon where we get the high jump, and then you can use the high jump to grab yourself the rollerblade parts. Little doll, I believe that is a museum item, which we'll be able to turn in right after this.
Remember the first time you went on a dig, Mega Man? I wasn't used
Actually,
to
these sort of main like sub gates here are actually kind of the least interesting dungeons in the game, I think. Like, I don't know, I guess you got these collapsing floors here, so that's kind of a thing, I guess. But yeah, there's not really a whole lot going on in these like 3 main sub gates. And again, Mega Man Legends 2 did a much better job of making like the main story dungeons a lot more interesting and distinctive. And again, I feel like that's something that, like, a modernized version. Oh man, I'm so freaking sad about the failure of Mega Man Legends 3. It's probably gonna keep coming up as I like do playthroughs of all these old Mega Man Legends games. Because there's just so much stuff in this game that's like that like needs a modern update. There's like so much cool stuff going on. You got the dungeon exploration and like some cool like shooting action. You got like upgradable weapons and tons of different types of weapons that you can upgrade. Sort of RPG elements with like the town. You got the charming cast of characters and the story and all that. And it ended on a freaking cliffhanger. Like a Mega Man Legends 2 ended with Mega Man stranded on the moon. Spoiler alert for Mega Man Legends 2. And then I think it also, there was some other thing where it like activated like some ancient evil system or something that was gonna, I don't know, cause some kind of problems back on Earth. And you don't get to see how any of that resolves now, because we're like never going to see Mega Man Legends 3. But yeah, just give this game, like, you know, modern controls and graphics, and sort of punch up the dungeon design a little bit, maybe improve the enemy design as well. Just sort of modernize, like, the basic, that just like keep the same basic concepts and like the same basic structure of the old Legends games, and just kind of modernize the bits that need to be modernized.
You better stay on your toes.
And I think you'd have an amazing game if you just did all that. There was such potential in Mega Man Legends 3, and it just sucks. I hate it so much that they never went through with it. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't hate Capcom that much for it, really. Like, I don't know who's to blame. Is the problem? Like, I know that, you know, Legends was kind of Inafune's pet project, and we kind of I'd say these days he's kind of a less sort of a bit less reliable, a bit less of like the obvious good guy in this scenario than you might have thought he was back in the day. Like, it would not surprise me if if Mega Man Legends 3 somehow, like, development wasn't going well and got canned due to, I don't know, Inafune's incompetence or something like that. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if there were very good reasons why Legends 3 got cancelled, and why that might even be for the best if the game was never going to sort of live up to that potential. So, like, yeah, I don't, like, hold a grudge against Capcom or anything like that. Or even against Inafune, for that matter. Like I said, I don't know who's to blame or what happened. Right? Or I guess the one thing I would blame is I hate that they announced it. I would have strongly preferred for the whole fiasco, like, for them to have just started it and then quietly canceled it in secret. Like, the whole, like, community involvement. It's like, become a serve bot, get involved, vote on character designs. That was a mistake from the beginning. And then to cancel it at the end of all that, that was a huge blunder, I think. So yeah, I guess in that sense, I hate that Capcom handled it that way. And frankly, it was probably Inafune's idea. That's my guess, at least. Ooh, the shifty eyes.
Nothing's happening.
That's actually a bit of a disappointment, I think. One of the big disappointments I have with these, the three main story dungeons is, nothing happens. Nothing happens. There's no boss, no, like, final scenario, final trap, no boss, nothing like that. Or I guess the next two have bosses, but they're pretty, really simple and underwhelming. But yeah, I think that dungeon could have stood to be, like, a little bit longer and more interesting and had a boss. And all the other main dungeons could have stood to be a bit longer and more interesting and have better bosses. Alright, that's right, we used the yellow refractor on the boat. And that's the thing, they don't actually tell you, use it for the boat, but they just tell you it's not enough for the flutter. I wonder what we can use it for. And then, so this is the point in the game where you have no direct... I think I talked about this a little bit earlier, where, up to this point, you've got sort of good direction as to where to go next. It's like, oh, the Bonds are attacking the city. Go stop them. Oh, dude's stuck in the subgate. Go help him. It's like they just take you from place to place, like, go here, do this. And now at this point, it's like, here's a refractor. Maybe we can use it for something. And it turns out that something you can use it for is a boat behind a door that Wily won't let you go into until after he tells you that there's nothing useful behind the door. Yeah, this is probably the low point as far as, like, this game's total just stupidity and obtuseness for just sort of throwing the player a bone for letting them know where to go next. Yeah, grenade bombs are kind of shit. I'll probably try to show off all of the weapons here anyways, just because I want to. Hey, we got the super jump. Or you know what? We aren't going to find, like, any deadly enemies or anything, so I think I am actually going to change to the grenade. Now, the question is, do we want to enhance it at all? If I can do it cheaply, I will, but that's not super cheap. That's kind of super cheap. That's kind of super cheap. Oh, I didn't even know that you could do rapid on grenades. You know what? That's a lot of attack strength, so we will do attack. I'm just curious. I'm curious to see like how fast the throw. Oh, I'm wasting all my money on shit that I don't need. We're gonna do it anyways, just because I think it could be really amusing to see Mega Man do his grenade throwing animation real fast over and over again. Okay, so we're gonna get a little bit of use out of these grenades. So yeah, now that we got the high jump, we can jump up that high wall that we saw at the entrance here. Oh, right. We got to equip them first. Oh, I never equipped that helmet either. Okay, now we're Mega Man for real. Except, like I said, I strongly prefer the anime hair to the stupid-looking helmet. Stupid, blocky, like, early PS1 polygonal helmet. Although I still don't think it's as stupid-looking as the one from Mega Man Legends 2. Nevertheless, apparently it prevents like head damage from falling or something. So I guess we'll keep it on just to show it off for a little while. But yeah, I generally don't like the look of the helmet in these games. And I'm pretty sure, if I remember the progression of the game correctly, if we just explore around this little area here, we'll be able to get something that'll let us make the dash skates. Oh, actually, that's it right there. Okay, so that was yeah, much quicker and less painful than I thought it would be. Painstaking, I guess I should say. Oh, and actually, yeah, there's like nothing here. Yeah, this like just takes us right back to like way back at the start, like the second dungeon that we ever uncovered. Or the second, I think they're called portals, actually. I don't know why I think that, but I think the official name is like portals for each of like the different entrances to the gates. Yeah, now we got like some extra mobility, like in this room now too. Oh yeah, I was gonna use that grenade. Oh wow, that really, this is my this is my maxed out attack speed? How much slower was this? Like before I maxed out the attack speed. Yeah, that's actually really shitty. I guess it's a good thing we maxed out the attack speed. Because yeah, wow, that is slow. Yeah, unfortunately, you can't really use your weapons, your special weapons too much in this game, since the energy runs out real fast. That's actually another thing that they improved in Mega Man Legends 2. Actually, there's a few other areas I recall where the new high jump is useful. Like areas we can get to. Yeah, this right here, that bit that's blocked off up there, that was a high wall that we couldn't jump up to, and now we can. You actually get like tons of extra height out of your high jump in this game. I mean, yeah, we can jump up on all these platforms too, for what it's worth. Get that map percentage completion, I guess. Even though I don't think this game actually tracks completion percentage or anything like that. Huh, I could have sworn there was like a hole or something up on one of those that we needed to get to, but apparently not. Really? Like there's nothing at all up there. Okay. Actually, high jump actually opens up a lot of like new areas you can get to in these ruins down here. Like I think we pretty much, because yeah, the roller skates is just like a convenience item. It like just basically just helps you roll around a little bit faster than you can run. It's good to have, but it doesn't unlock any new areas for you to explore or anything like that. So actually, basically, I think it's basically the high jump, and then high jump is like one half of the ruins that sort of unlocks for you. And then I think the drill is the last thing we need, and then we'll basically have the the whole subterranean complex at our fingertips. Whoa. Actually, there's a neat trick you can do with these guys. Whoa. Not really much of a trick, but, Alright, I'll wait till the next one. Basically, you can kick them to flip them over. Which is you can pretty much any special weapon will do it too. But the kick is obviously a little bit more cost-effective. Yeah, it's basically the little dog kicking thing all over again. But yeah, this is actually like a really cost-effective way to deal with those guys, so it's actually kind of helpful. And yeah, there's a surprising number of enemies that the kick is actually really good. Really good against. God damn it, I'm actually gonna frickin' die here. Okay, we might as well not get stupid about this. I bought that canteen for a reason. Okay, now we're good. Oh shit, I was trying to go around him. Yeah, the range on the kick is really tricky though, because it's very, very short range. And actually, Mega Man Legends 2, it still has the kick, but it's less useful. But instead, yeah, so it's like, but you can't, it's not like an always equipped type thing. Like, you only get the kick if you don't have a sub-weapon equipped. And instead, you have the option of switching between your sub-weapon and the lifting arm, which is kind of, sort of their replacement for the kick as a kind of general purpose, like, crappy kind of attack substitute. Which is kind of a more interesting mechanic, like another mechanic that has a lot of potential, and they actually do utilize it fairly well in Mega Man Legends 2. There's a lot of enemies that you wouldn't expect to be able to lift and throw, that you can actually lift and throw on. And yeah, you can lift up stuff like bombs and grenades and that type of thing, different objects in the environment. Misadventures of Tron Bonne had like a grab and throw as well. Grab and throw is like one of those just fun, universally fun game mechanics, I think. I like almost every game that has like a grab and throw as a central mechanic is going to be a game that I like. Klonoa did it, had that and as sort of your main mode of attack and did it really well. Actually, Super Mario Brothers 2 had a grab and throw and used it to really good effect. Grab and throw and grappling hooks. Those are kind of my two favorite sort of video game mechanics, I think. Where just about any game that incorporates either of those two things is going to be just like really fun to play, like 90% of the time. I mean, by all means, point out a counterexample of a grappling hook or a grab and throw type game that ended up being shitty, but I think those will prove exceptions to the rule in the grand scheme of things. Actually, okay, we're done showing off the stupid kick. Okay, let's... Oops. Oh, dang it, this guy's messing up with my targeting. Because, yeah, you kind of do want to target the grenades. Oh, shit! You can throw grenades while running, too! This is a revelation. I totally thought that... how many weapons can you do this with? I totally thought that, like, almost all the sub-weapons in this game were just, like, you gotta stand still to use them. And now, I don't think we found one yet, or I guess... God, can I use the powered buster while moving? Like, this is just insane. Or mind you, it's not... It's kind of difficult to aim things when you're running around like this, and I don't know if we're ever actually going to connect with one. But still, that's just super cool that you can do this. Or actually, they probably carry my momentum, too. Anyways, that's enough of that. This is probably the easier way to deal with them. Still, though, I learned something. Yeah, look at that. They dropped different amounts of refractors each time, it looks like. Because the one guy dropped a blue one, and the other one didn't. Or maybe it's just the same amount of total Zenny dropped, but in like a different denomination or something. Like maybe they just split it up differently between the refractor shards, but it's the same amount in the end, maybe? I don't know. We've actually got a good bit of money. Or actually, no, we don't, because we basically cleaned ourselves out. Upgrading that grenade. Oh, we can hear the footsteps of those little chargy guys. Thankfully, we got a good big health refill to go along with it. To prepare ourselves. Get wrecked, fool! Oh, that's hilarious. I love that the traps in this game work on the enemies just as well as they work against you. Huh. I don't remember what's behind here. I think we're about to connect to... Oh no, this is like a whole new area. I mean, it's not a whole new area, but it's... Yeah, this is like not connected to anything. Rapid fire barrel. I don't remember what that's for. I think it might just be like a buster part. Like, it's not a buster part right now, but I think it's used to make a buster part. Okay, and I do believe that that is everything we can get at the moment. Just gonna double check my map here. Oh, gotta fill in those squares. Yeah, like I think I mentioned already, there is actually no incentive whatsoever to fill in map squares in this game, other than the peace of mind of knowing that there are definitely no other side passageways beyond that missing bit of wall on the map. So we've got it all mapped out, and yet I'm still lost somehow. Where's the nearest exit? Oh, apparently right here. Perfect. I completely forget where this takes us out, though. I think in the woods where we had the tank battle. Or no, this is the that first subgate. Or the first portal that we ever encountered. Or right, we can just support car our way out of here. Okay, surely there's got to be like some item development we can get out of this, right? We got like 5 new items. Set saber. Oh, hey, I didn't think you could get this until way later in the game. Oh, we're definitely gonna see what we can do with this. Yep, buster part. Called it. Oh, are you kidding me? Where's my roller skates? Fuck. Well, anyways, we're gonna switch. Actually, no, because I know what's coming up next. We are not gonna use the Zet Saber just yet, or the Blade Arm. No, we're gonna switch to the Powered Buster, because I know what's afoot right after this. Do we give it the range upgrade, though? How cheap was that range upgrade? 6,000? Yeah, sure, it's retarded, but let's just fucking do it. We've got a little bit of money to spare. There. We've got ridiculous, unnecessary levels of range. Okay, the next place we want to go... next place we want to go is Uptown, I think. Actually, that's not true. Gotta think about this a little bit. Yeah, actually, the next place I want to go is actually taco time. So yeah, this is because yeah, I got to get some supper in before work. So yeah, unfortunately, a bit of a shorter stream than I wanted today. I was a bit late getting up, so I got the stream started at noon instead of my usual 11 o'clock. Hopefully, we'll sort of improve that and get the schedule straightened out as I yeah, sort of continue streaming and whatnot. I mean, I have the time listed as 12 below for that reason, because I'm not at all confident in my ability to be ready for streaming by 11 a.m. But yeah, I do have work this evening, and and it's Taco Tuesday. You can get, it's crazy. You get like, it's like 50% off tacos. You can get a taco for like a $1.20. So every Tuesday I just get like 5 tacos, and that's my supper. So yeah, I've got that to look forward to. We are, yeah, probably going to do some more Mega Man Legends tomorrow, following some Chrono Trigger. So yeah, that's... Or you know what, before I forget, just because I just remembered this now, and I'm totally going to forget if I come back to this tomorrow, is we're going to give her some talent. I mean Red. And she's into it too. It's like, oh, that's lipstick, right? That's totally an art supply. I'll just use it.
What it needed. Thank you so much.
I guess maybe she and the fashion lady both went to the same art school, perhaps. Okay, and that is that. And so we're gonna, yeah, go back and save again. Yeah, right there. I didn't draw attention to it earlier, but this is Wily's boat. Not just his boat shop, but like the store itself is actually a boat, apparently. Ugh. Not looking forward to walking to taco time because it's freaking cold out there. But yeah, for Taco Tuesday, I can weather the storm. It's not a literal storm. It's actually sunny out. It's just really, really cold. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Do we have? Yeah, that's about what I expected. Oh well. Yeah, I guess I got nothing else to say. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.